Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. So, welcome to your daily rune for November the 3rd, 2021. Before we get into the rune, let me just go ahead and remind you that siblingoracles.com is still selling your sage and Palo Santo sticks for your spiritual protection. This is the time of year where it's very critical to have that spiritual protection. So go ahead and check us out. The link is in the description box below for you. The daily rune today is Laguz in the reverse. So there's an issue with inspiration. This rune is tied to the fertile power of creativity. Maybe someone is having a creative block. A siren on the shore of a body of water is lost in thought. Her expression is inspired and happy, and she seems to be in harmony with the surrounding nature. Well, it's in the reverse, so there's no harmony here. Just as water is necessary for plants to grow, so imagination is in order to give color, strength, and meaning to our lives. A romantic vision and the desire for beauty brings about an interior evolution and an increase in our power. So when we're in love, we're in power. When we are in anything else that isn't high vibrational energy, we are not in our power. Are we in contact with creative energy, or do we move it? Or do we remove it as it frightens us? How do we feel when we're in love? Full of energy, shaken, intimidated? Are we afraid of change? I think that's the whole reason why this card's coming out. Because the hold up for that King of Cups, this Emperor, that I've been getting readings on lately, they're afraid of change. That's what's been holding them back, the fear of change. Laguz brings empathy and increases understanding of ourselves and others. Well, change is a necessary part of life. Without change, there's no progress. Without progress, everything stays the same. And when things stay the same, they're usually not good. They're usually toxic, nasty, mean, unloving, cold, stressful. Hard on the body. When we're resisting change, we're hurting ourselves. When something or someone is hurting you, and you keep yourself in that situation for any reason, it doesn't matter what the reason is. If you keep yourself trapped in a situation with someone who is treating you like shit, you're giving your sovereign power away to that person, and you're basically that other person's prisoner. When you're afraid of change, that's prisoner mentality. Right? When you're afraid of change, you're stuck. You're afraid. You don't do anything until you're sure of what you're going to do. And isn't that part of prisoner mentality? If you're not beholden to anyone who takes advantage of you, who acts like they own you, who takes advantage of you, who keeps you in their life because they need shit from you, and then they treat you like shit whenever you don't want to do whatever it is that they want. People who don't take no for an answer. When you keep yourself beholden to someone like that and you continue to allow them to do this, it takes away your ability to make decisions that are good for you. Decisions that are for your best interest. Because as long as you're afraid of change, you're in that person's grasp. And they have control over you. You don't have to literally be in jail or prison to be in jail or prison. You could just be stuck in a shitty marriage with a mean asshole for years and years and years, and you stayed because of kids, because of money, because of whatever the fuck you stayed in it for. And the longer you stay, the worse it gets. And the reason for that is to show you that this is not a good idea for you to continue down this road. When things keep getting worse and worse and worse, and you're still not getting the hint, you're digging yourself a bigger hole, keeping you more and more and more stuck and more afraid of change. Sometimes change is good. Liberation. Change. That change is wonderful. And if you feel stuck in a situation for kids, for money, fear, whatever, and you gave your power away, but just because, you might not even realize that you did. And now that you realize that you have given your power away, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep yourself in the position to continue to be hurt over and over and over by this person when they've proven to you time and time again that all they have to offer you is pain, suffering, heartache, chaos, conflict, stress, unhappiness? Aren't you sick of that yet? People put themselves with other people. Sometimes. In marriages. And sometimes they think, oh, well, I didn't get married to get divorced. My family needs me. They're counting on me. And I made a vow till death do us part, through good, through bad. But you know what? If, yeah, I totally got distracted by that. I won't lie. But if you're finally seeing what's going on, and I believe you are because the Seven of Cups is in the reverse. Now it's time to stop feeling powerless and remove yourself from a very bad situation. Because if you keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, this is where I was going. And the other person is not trying. They're doing whatever they want to do. And it's all bad. And you keep trying to heal a situation that the other person is not. It's an unbalanced, unrequited situation. It's one-sided. It's not fair. And it's time to make choices that are better for you and not for other people right now. If you're not happy in a situation, if someone is very controlling and demanding and mean and hateful and vindictive and spiteful, don't you think it's time for that to just end? Put it behind you. Set boundaries. Strict boundaries. And move on. Follow your passions. You fell in love. Go offer your love to the other person. If you want to go and go backpacking in Europe because you're in love with travel, or you're in love with a particular job or path or whatever it is that makes you happy and passionate and desiring, you go for that. Don't keep yourself trapped in any situation, whether it's a marriage or a family dynamic or friends that hold you back or anybody. It doesn't matter. Nobody has the right to hold anyone else back. No one has the right to keep anyone else from progressing, but they do it. They try it. If you found this out, what are you going to do about it? Because it's clear that whatever it is you've been doing hasn't been working. Situations only changing for the worse and not the better. It's time to walk away. Love yourself enough to follow your own happiness. To be inspired. To be creative. To express yourself honestly and genuinely. So that's what I have for you. Not even going to bother to pull cards on this because I know exactly what this is about. Just told you. So we all have free will. The choice is ours. Are we going to make decisions that are for our highest good or not? We got to put our money where our mouth is. Or are we going to continue to allow other people to keep us beholden to them, to keep us bound, to keep us obligated, trapped? You have the choice to be free of it or not. What are you going to choose? So we all have free will. But just know that you choose to stay with this person, you share their karma too. And this other person that you're dealing with is getting a lot of karma. A lot. Because they do a lot. They do a lot of shit. A lot of shit you probably don't even know about. But they're reaping all that karma. And whoever lives in the household with anybody that's reaping karma, it gets shared and distributed. I don't know how evenly or unevenly, but it does. And truthfully, if someone's in a marriage and they're staying for the kids, and you're dealing with someone who is constantly aggressive and abusive and sneaky and whatever, why would you trust your kids to live with a person like that? How is your kid safe in an environment where a person acts like that? Because a person who acts like that has the ability to lash out and abuse anyone at any time for any reason. For no reason. I feel like there's possibly children in a situation like that need more attention than this toxic spouse. And this toxic spouse is getting all the attention because they're the ones screaming the loudest. But it's the kids that are silent, that are needing you the most, that aren't getting your attention because you're too busy dealing with the bullshit and the round and rounds. And your partner treating you like shit. It's time to make choices for your highest good, for your children's highest good. No environment like that is suitable or healthy for a child, for anyone. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for all of your support. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my feet. Because it's so much more than just the bottom of my heart, because I feel it that much more deeper. Thank you. Having this channel has really done a lot for me as well. Thank you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.